to all you beautiful, beautiful babies out there.
Babies?
Oh, you fine, beautiful, cuddly babies giggling and laughing, enjoying your life. You're going to die from climate change in about 15 years. Have fun.
Take that, Zoomers. Or whatever the next
Is that the next generation? We're calling them Zoomers now?
Well, Gen Z is Zoomers. Whatever. What's after Gen Z? We're going to go back to Generation A.
No, double A. Generation double A.
Double A. I got to take my shirt off. Coffee's making me sweat like Lex Luthor. I'm feeling real Lex Luthor right now. He was always so oiled up.
The narcissist Lex Luthor. I said Luthor. I mean, I always do that.
I guess both of them.
Hey, didn't he kill Miss Elizabeth?
He didn't kill her. He just let her die. Or, let her on the path to death.
Ah, a real Andy Dick type situation.
Yeah, he's responsible for Phil Hartman or whatever. Is that what it is? Or getting his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just because you give someone drugs doesn't usually mean they just go and kill someone.
Well, I mean, if you give like a recovering addict a bunch of cocaine and then they kill someone, maybe a little bit of responsibility. You know what I mean?
I guess, but was she like, all right, here's the deal. Give me that cocaine and I'll kill Phil.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So there you go. How would he know? He just wanted to party. Party just for fun. Nope. This is America.
Guns in my area?
Guns in my area.
A lot of guns in our area.
Yeah. People just wear them casually. There's a skinhead who used to come into Starbucks when I worked there who always just had his gun on his hip. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, oh, I'm not going to serve him. And then everyone I worked with would be like, oh, why not? He's
a skinhead with a gun.
He's a skinhead. And they're like, what? How do you know? You don't know what the SS lightning bolts are that are tattooed on his neck? It says skin.
Is that obvious?
Yeah, it was so obvious. He had the uniform, black shirt, red suspenders.
Oh my god.
Cuffed Levi's, Doc Martens, gun on his hip, SS bolts on his neck. It said skin tattooed on the back of his head.
Oh, what do you mean he's a skinhead?
It was like,
Kyle, are you fucking sure?
He was like a cartoon character version of skin. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Look at this skin. And he wasn't like sharp or far left skin, the cool ones. He was a racist skinhead, as you neo-Nazi. I'll never forgive them for stealing that subculture and turning it into some garbage. Because like the early skinhead like style, fucking sharp. And I'm always like, man, I wish I could dress like a skinhead, but people will think you're the other kind of skinhead. This is Space Force.
I'm Sean.
I'm Kyle. He's on Twitter.
Yeah, give us money.
Give us money. We're fucking poor. I don't know what the deal is. We were talking to our mom, and it's like, it's your fault for giving birth to us without being rich. Why'd you do this?
What weren't you thinking?
Why my family not get rich? America. Why America not make family rich?
That's American dream, right?
Yeah, you come to America.
Get rich.
You get rich. Why family not rich? Why family criminal? Why family not rich from crime? Yeah, so family not rich. Got no crime money.
I don't know what to tell you.
Now we got to do this stupid podcast. This dumb podcast about 80s movies instead of crime.
We could do crime.
We could start our own criminal family. Bring back the Irish mob. I think it still exists in like Boston and New York and stuff. Probably like not that powerful though.
I can't imagine they got a lot going on in 2019.
Well, like the last like big figure was Whitey Bulger, and he was just like an FBI informant, and little dork. So
how dare you?
He's just a dork. His like one of his cohorts was Joe McDonald. He maybe we're related to him. Hit him up, be like, hey man, where's the crime money? Listen,
where's the crime money?
I know this name can be parts of Ireland and parts of Scotland. Most likely not related. Where's the crime money?
Maybe distantly.
I mean, I guess thousands of years ago, all the McDonald's were related, but times change, and you don't get
crime money.
You don't get the crime money, and you don't get the clan warfare money from way back then either. Where is the clan money? I don't know. Do you got anything cool to talk about this week?
I don't think I do.
Nothing
cool ever happens anymore. It's all
all
horrorscape.
A lot of weird shit happens every week, just nonstop. Like, you thought it couldn't get weirder than this? It did. There's everyone who showed up in Portland to do racism.
Well, you could just say Portland.
Portland's not generally racist, right?
I mean, but the Pacific Northwest is generally racist.
Oh yeah, but like not the metropolitan areas. They're all up in the mountains. But statistically, stereotypically, they live up in a woods, Ruby Ridge, right? Is that Washington?
Yeah, it's Washington.
Yeah, well, Washington and Oregon up in the mountains, they have a lot of white supremacists and people trying to live off the grid who hate the government. People of different colors and different religions and different ethnic backgrounds, and just a lot of hate. It's up there in the mountains.
Just a lot of general hate.
It's up there in the mountains, being just like real crackery. Everyone, Appalachia's got this like stereotype of being real crackery and inbred and blah blah blah. But like, at least it seems like they're having fun out there, and it's not like all-consuming racism. Up in the mountains, the Pacific Northwest, that's all it is. That's the entire culture. Is just cracker shit. It's real shit kicker cracker shit. Peckerwoods.
We're going on a real journey here.
You got woods in the woods. Shit. Yeah, that about covers it. So that's the week. The week that happened is there's some woods came out trying to act
some
tough.
real racist woody types.
Yeah, some peck of woods. And then
did you see the dude that came out and it's like fuck you, and then he saw a dog. He's like, you're cool, fuck you.
I thought he said fuck you to the dog too.
No, he said you're cool to the dog.
Oh, dude, man, the Proud Boys all wear like a Best Buy uniform.
Yeah, it's so weird.
You guys looking real tough.
Sir, can you point me to where I might find a Firefly DVD?
Yeah, you got HDMI cables? Hold on, let me sell you the best overpriced one. You guys look real
What's your
tough.
markup on aux cables?
Real fucking tough, man. They got that Perry Farrell polo they all wear, and then some khakis.
Well, I mean, here's the whole thing. Like, their whole uniform is supposed to make them look, and their whole motif is to be non-threatening, even though they're super violent assholes. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the way you become a Proud Boy is by naming cereals or some shit.
Well, I thought it was you don't masturbate, so you can get non-masturbation powers.
I thought that was Scientology. There's a lot of crossover here.
Yeah, I think that's Proud Boys. You're not supposed to masturbate.
No
and
wonder
then
they're so angry.
obviously they're not having sex because no one has sex with them. Like, no way. Not when they're dressed like that and espouse those beliefs. I didn't Gavin McInnes on the Rogan podcast was like, to be like a 5th level Proud Boy, you have to have been arrested for a crime.
I don't know what if you think
like
I
that.
watched the Joe Rogan podcast when Gavin McInnes is on it.
Well, I
don't
mean,
even watch it when he's not on it. So.
I didn't watch the whole episode, but like people pass that clip around a lot.
That sounds right.
You gotta do crime to be a Proud Boy. Yeah, when I think of the Proud Boys, I definitely think of some real tough guys out there, just really disrupting the system. Yep, for sure.
Why are there levels?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
I don't know if it's like tiered leveling or whatever, but probably anything like like crypto fascist or just openly fascist now has a lot of like crossover with like how video games operate, because it's like these chuds understand video games, so
it's like a 12-step program.
We'll incorporate that.
It is the same shit as like Scientology
it's
just
just
like real cult mentality.
Skinner box stuff. You just get people or cult mentality. Yeah, just stacked reality.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get people to keep participating. You could level up.
Here's the thing. I only enjoy leveling up when I actually get something out of it, and I don't get shit out of whatever weird Proud Boy leveling up step-by-step program they have.
What are
like, I want to be able to pick new spells when I level up. I don't know what the fuck the Proud Boys are after.
What are their benefits? Why would you be a Proud Boy?
I don't know. It's like some weird what is it? AR
LARP?
No, I was gonna not alternate reality. What's
ARG? Like an alternate reality game?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. It seems like LARPing to me. Like just blowing off some fucking fragile white man steam. Getting out there, putting on your polo, hanging out with the bros, and
being real racist.
Yeah, being real shitty to other people for some reason. Huh. Anyways, most of them got beat up.
Anyways, Night of the Comet.
Night of the Comet. Oh, yeah, and just to get ahead of it, I remember a couple weeks ago I was talking about how video games have become immune to slander because they're such a big part of the capitalist machine. And a lot of people will probably be like, oh, yeah, because immediately a week later it was like, video games bad, cause violence. Well, no one who actually represents the corporatocracy was espousing that belief. It was just like some really old conservative dudes, and it has had no effect on video games of any kind.
Either.
They are untouchable in the capitalist system. That said, I can tell you about a specific time period and event that has direct correlation to the recent shootings and video games, and that's fucking Gamergate. It happened. They specifically targeted disenfranchised, fragile white boys on the internet from gaming community, all involved in Gamergate, and they radicalized them. Stephen Bannon has publicly admitted it. You guys got fucking conned by some old fat producer, and everything you believe is bullshit. And I mean, if you come to Phoenix, I'll fucking fight you.
Space Force, we're out. It's over.
End the podcast. Tune in next week. I'm gonna start another podcast. It's just gonna be called Cult. It's gonna be the weirdest shit. I want to do some I want to do an avant-garde podcast. Really fuck with the formula.
How do you fuck with the podcast?
I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm workshopping it.
All right. Well, you let me know when you get to it.
For now, prepare for Space Force talking about Night of the Comet. We're gonna completely use the normal formula where it's just some white dudes talking about pop culture. So eventually we'll mix it up. It's being self-aware of it, kind of avant-garde.
I mean, that's the laziest kind of avant-garde, but yeah,
it's pretty easy to do. You just have a brain.
This movie's got two actors from movies we've already seen.
Yep,
stars our friend from The Last Starfighter.
Yep,
and Chopping Mall.
Yeah, Kelly Maroney is the younger sister Samantha in this film. She was in Chopping Mall.
I like her a lot more in this movie than Chopping Mall.
She's the best character in this movie. I really identify with her. She's just got absolutely my energy. She just always whatever's fucking end of the world, drinking beer and all this stuff.
I like that part, but at that point, I wouldn't be drinking shitty beer. I'd be drinking some really good bourbon because it's everywhere.
I wouldn't be drinking bourbon, though. What are you, some cracker from Appalachia?
No, I'm just an Irishman that was born in America, so I drink American whiskey.
Oh, you don't drink Bushmills? Or
no.
Tullamore? Or Jameson? Your son's named Jameson.
Jameson
don't you love Jameson?
Too peaty.
Don't you love Jameson? Your son? She's, it's Kelly Maroney. She's in Chopping Mall. And Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, we haven't watched that yet. This doesn't count.
We'll get to it. And then Catherine Mary Stewart, who is in Last Starfighter, of course. And she's in Weekend at Bernie's.
Which we will also probably watch eventually.
Mm-hmm. And The Apple, which is the really bad canon musical, which we're definitely going to watch.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, we'll get to it eventually. That one's it'll have to be a special occasion.
Well, we got a 50th podcast coming up. I don't know if you want to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we're on 46 or 47 right now.
Yeah, I just don't want to have too much crossover with how did this get made watches.
I have only seen a couple, so I don't care.
They usually just watch really mainstream shit. So, and also it's Jason Mantzoukas is on the podcast. He's really funny and cool, and then it's two boring people. Robert Beltran is also in this. I don't know him, but you might know him from being on Star Trek Voyager for a long ass time.
I didn't watch Star Trek Voyager.
He's some Star Trek dude. I don't know. Star Trek is for nerds.
I mean, I've watched the original series and some of the original movies, and then the new J.J. Abrams series, but I've not seen Voyager, Enterprise, or the Next Generation or any of that shit.
Oh, I have a hot take on the J.J. Abrams movie. You ready?
Is it about lens flares?
Yep. They should have called it Lens Flare Track. I just really mumbled that.
Lens flare. Oh my god.
Oh my god, predators. The director Tom Eberhardt also directed Captain Ron, so that's pretty cool.
I love Captain Ron. I love Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is the cult of Kurt Russell. Is this really what this podcast is?
We've seen one Kurt Russell?
Week to week, it's just waiting for another Kurt Russell movie to drop. That's really kind of all he did, though. Oh, Gross Anatomy. I don't
Was
know
Hector in any other movies?
He's in Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. He's only a Star Trek guy. Once you're in Star Trek, that's it. You're just a Star Trek guy.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise.
That's
Captain
right. Who's he? Professor X? No.
Yeah.
He's a Star Trek guy. They make a new TV show about him. Being
Captain
Star Trek
Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise.
It's, it'd be cool if they made Star Trek psychedelic and weird.
Well, yeah, but they could. Here's the thing about like Star Trek, and I've said the thing about Star Wars is like they've done so much work building up the universe that you can write or place any kind of story in Star Trek, and it still works as a Star Trek story. So just go crazy with it. CBS really needs to do like what I said with Star Wars and do like a Twilight Zone or Black Mirror style Star Trek, where each one episode follows a different story.
Oh,
or a
it'd
different
just
crew.
be like a serial.
Yeah,
We can make the X-Files Star Trek. That'd be cool. Doing spooky alien
that'd
stuff.
be cool too. CBS, we got a screenplay. If you want to take a look at it, we'll write you a Star Trek TV show.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever. I don't know anything about Star Trek. They got
You don't need to.
set phasers to stun. Set that shit to kill. We gotta kill these aliens. Yeah, everyone complains about the new Star Trek shit anyways not being in the spirit of Star Trek, so apparently it just works. I'll have to disagree with you about them building up the Star Wars universe. Maybe in the expanded universe
That's what I'm
novels
talking
that
about,
used to
yeah.
exist, but in the actual film continuity that exists, they haven't built up shit.
No,
Everything
yeah,
takes
really,
place around the Skywalker family. There's an entire galaxy of shit going on, but nah, it's just the same like 15 planets and everyone knows each other. It's fucking weird. It's like Sesame Street.
Man, if I could live in any fictional universe, Sesame Street.
No, because they deal with real life issues a lot, so that's like, oh man, heroin addiction's still a problem. Huh? Shit, Star Wars is just death sticks.
That seems like a heroin.
You want to buy
addiction.
some
You wanna buy
death
some death sticks?
That's just cigarettes, probably.
I don't know. What the name like Death Sticks?
Yeah, cigarettes.
I was George Lucas in his political commentary.
Yeah, real nuance, like everything he does. Speaking of
Nuance?
the nuance of George Lucas, I saw a post on Reddit where someone was trying to explain, like, when Obi-Wan appears in The New Hope and he doesn't, I've never owned a droid and I don't know R2 and blah,
Yeah.
blah. They're like, oh, that's from PTSD. Let me explain in 5 paragraphs. And it's like, you know what? I bet when they do the Obi-Wan TV series, they're going to work that into it. And then people are going to constantly reference that fact and be like, yeah, no, it was just PTSD, blah, blah. Nah, that wasn't in the original film. George Lucas just didn't know what he was doing, okay?
Yeah.
Well, you can't retcon like his world building to be better. Tired of this shit.
I mean, I honestly, the easiest explanation for that is just Obi-Wan, in universe, is that Obi-Wan is just like being elusive. You know what I mean? He didn't actually own any of those droids.
No, he doesn't care about Luke either. He's get out of here, you fucking farm boy. Luke Skywalker, more like Luke shits in his walker, dumb baby. All right,
Toshi Station. Pick a power converter.
all right. Night of the Comet. Here's the deal.
It's a
Comet's
cool
coming.
movie.
Oh, I fucking love this movie.
There's a couple parts, like, and especially in the middle, like the second act is kind of like, but whatever.
Nah, you're wrong. It's perfect. This is a perfect film. How come this doesn't have its own cinematic universe? Night of the Comet, CU.
The MCU is pretty impressive, but I still think Richard Belzer of Law and Order is still the most impressive shared universe.
Oh yeah, because he always plays.
The same detective in like 20,000 different shows and movies.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's cool that he got to do that with his life.
Yeah.
Richard Belzer. He started out as a comedian, right?
Yeah. He got choked out by Hulk Hogan. Remember that?
I do actually. Hulk Hogan, huh? Remember, he's a racist.
Hey, brother. No, not you. Colors.
I liked he like apologized or whatever so he could be back at WrestleMania or whatever shit it was. And most of the locker room just didn't say anything. I like that the New Day was like, nah, fuck this fool. Like, he didn't really apologize. He was just like, he was sorry he got caught. We'll see. We'll see if we ever forgive him. It's like, that's right, man. This is real shit. It's 2019. We don't need Hulk Hogan coming around being like, oh, sorry, I said bad words. I grew up in Tampa or whatever. We used to just say it to each other. No, you didn't, you fucking you got fucking knocked out. Fool was like that. Fucking, like, that's like nerds on the internet. They're like, well, everyone says it. In the ghetto, everyone says it. No. We grew up ghetto adjacent. Eventually the ghetto, like right around time. We would say firmly in the ghetto. You fucking did not.
One of my friends in 6th grade got expelled for bringing a gun to school. You don't know. Like I assume like when he turned 18, his record got expunged. Maybe he turned his entire life around.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, anyways, the few white boys that are there, you didn't say it.
You fucking didn't say it.
They would say it to you, but like you don't respond with.
Well, here's the thing: like none of those guys actually grew up around black people. They grew up around white people, and they said the N-word to each other.
Yeah,
because I know for a fact because I see it in Ryan's school all the time.
That's so weird. They're just living in different worlds.
Like Court works at school, right?
By
I don't know how much I should say, but she was talking to some kid who's new in school. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty nice, but there's one really mean colored kid in my class."
Jesus. Yeah, we live out in the Wild West though. Now that's just weird. Speaking of like white people who just don't get it,
We're not even talking. Let's talk on Night of the Comet.
Night of the Comet. All right, Comet's coming. People are hella psyched about it. I kind of don't get it.
It's like party time.
Yeah,
Comet.
everyone's like having a Comet party. This is never once in the history of my life has someone been like,
Let's have a Comet party.
yeah. I
I
remember.
mean, I'm sure there's like scattering.
I
I
remember.
remember Hail Bop, and there
Yeah,
was a
when
party
Hail-
for that one.
when Hey Bob the Comet was coming around, people talked about it a lot. I don't think there's a party for it or anything though.
Well, someone held a party for it.
Oh yeah, the Heaven's Gate cult, and what a party it was. That shit's funny. No, it's not. That's just terrible. But the things that people believe are funny to me.
Is
Weren't
that
they all-
Heaven's
they're
Gate
like,
cult? Their website's still up, isn't it? There's some
yeah.
like dude that stayed behind to run the website.
He's hoping eventually he'll get sent to the spaceship, come beam him up. Weren't they all castrated themselves, or they were chemically castrated, something like that,
I
right?
can't remember. All these cults start to blend together in my head.
Yeah, maybe that was Am Shamrikia or something. I don't know. I just know all these cults and just love them. So great to read about. They do such wonderful things for the people, especially the biggest cult.
Capitalism.
Yeah, I was gonna just do a real like hot boomer take and just say Catholicism, but I
I don't even know. Catholicism is in terms of wrongs to the world, not that bad these days.
okay.
I mean, what I mean, relatively speaking, you're fucking Jeffrey
guess.
Epstein was not fucking involved with Catholicism, but he still managed to diddle plenty of little kids, right?
He was a Catholic priest. Epstein. He loved Catholicism.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
pedophilia is a problem throughout society.
Also, Islam is the dominant religion in the world, and they got lots of problems. So I guess it's.
I just think religion tends to be people are problematic. Whenever you bring a group of people together to form a powerful organization, someone manipulates that power to do some shit.
Yeah, there's a strain in humanity of shitty people being dumb and buying shitty people's shit.
But comet parties.
Yeah, the Comet party. So next time there is like a comet coming around, I'm gonna see if I could like host a Comet party. It seems like something cool to do. We might get turned into Nesquik. So we first meet Reggie, presumably Regina, but Reggie's cool. That's a cool name for a girl. I like Reggie. She's playing The Last Starfighter. And she works at the historic El Rey Theater, which is crazy.
It's
But-
Los Angeles.
Well, yeah, but they make the interior set of the El Rey
Yeah.
for the theater, it just looks like some bumfuck shitty movie theater.
Well, so does the radio station.
Yeah, but then they go. She's outside later. And it's the El Rey Theater, and it's like what? Anyhow, she loves this video game, but there's some asshole DMK who's he's trying to move up the scoreboard, and she's like, "Fuck."
I
this
just stole this from Stranger Things season 2.
They did.
They did.
You mean the opposite, right?
No.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is completely original,
Oh,
as we all know.
it is a Netflix original series, as they say. She's got a little thing going on with Dupree,
The projectionist.
Larry Dupree,
Who is a real dick.
he's a film criminal, which is interesting. You don't see that too often. Like,
Well,
if
I don't
was-
think most movie theaters are digital now, aren't they? I don't think they have reel to reel.
some of them have to because the Hateful Eight roadshow.
Oh, that's true.
So occasionally,
Yeah, not most of them are not those. What I'm getting at.
And the Grand Budapest Hotel had to be shown reel to reel, I believe. No, there must have been a digital version because I
Yeah.
saw it in a digital theater. But the way it was meant to be shown is like it has different aspect ratios.
Yeah, I remember
There's
that.
complex shit to it, because some directors,
Think things through.
yeah, they're cool, and some other directors will hopefully direct our screenplay about aliens. I don't care who does it. Panos Cosmatos, hopefully, but
you
yeah.
wanted to do it.
Nah, not anymore. Like something about it is just like that. It's just like I got someone pregnant and I just don't want to be a dad, so so I'm gonna be an absentee father. That's how I feel about the alien screenplay now. It's like whatever. I fertilized the egg. Someone else can take care of this shit. Anyhow, at first, when they introduced Dupree, I was like, oh, cool, they're gonna have a character I relate with in it, because I was like, oh, cool, film crime. But then he's just a dick. I don't get it. So you see this a lot in 80s movies where like there's a sexual, like a meaningless sexual relationship going on.
Like a casual sexual
But
relationship. But why do they have to be? Why does he have to be an asshole?
Yeah, why are they mean to each other? It seems like they don't like each other. It's like, well, you can just.
Well,
like,
I mean, she kind of likes him, but he's just a dick.
it's like you can be friends and have sex and be okay. You don't. Not everyone has to like just bully each other. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of these 80s movies, especially the dudes are always just like. I don't even give a fuck. I'm fucking film crime and.
Hi, I need. I'll give you $15.
Yeah. What a deal! $15 must have been a lot in 1983.
I mean, it's like
84.
30.
Well,
Not enough for me to sleep on a fucking cement floor all night in a movie theater with some asshole who apparently just wants to have sex with me.
Yeah, probably not some asshole, but without that aspect of it, like 18, 19, early 20s, like, yeah, you're just gonna hang out in movie theater, have sex, and eat popcorn and shit. Like, yeah, that sounds like the time of my life. You just get some, like, fucking 40s, some OEs, and be good. That's what's up, man. That's the good part about being young, and that's why I relate to Samantha. She knows the business.
I always like Mickey's better than Old English.
You bog trotter. Mickey. Anything's better than Steel Reserve, So yeah, she's gonna spend the night with Dupree. So she's gotta call her stepmother, but her sister Samantha answers the phone. And I like this how she's just like straight chilling on the couch, like real melted on the couch. And then when she asks her to like go get Doris, their stepmother, she just kind of like lazily like rolls over the top of the couch.
She like melts over the couch.
Yeah, she's like, oh, all right, whatever. It really reminded me of my most recent girlfriend's like little sister, who is also just like the chillest person ever. Just like whatever, like. She'd always just be like laying on the floor and just like, what are you doing? Just chilling.
I don't know about you. That's how I hang out at home.
Yeah, I know. There's just something about her. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Anyhow, that's when I immediately knew.
She was for you.
I was like, oh, she's cool. She's cool as hell. Way cooler than in Shopping Mall. Shopping Mall, she's so square.
She has the same dad in shopping malls, but it seems like though.
Yeah, just a goofy military dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't know if he's I guess he's kind of a dickhead.
He's just absentee.
It seems like he took care of him for a long time. They had a relationship, and then he's like, all right, I guess you're old enough now. Here's your stepmom. I'm going to war. Which is kind of what Reg says at one point.
Yeah, he's going
I call it Reg
to fight the Sandinistas. So he's helping out Ronald Reagan and and Oliver North. He's like, all right, we're going to get down there, and we're going to help out the Contras.
Thank you. Oh.
The movie, of course, it does have a little edge of that 80s propaganda where they're like, yeah, the Sandinistas, hopefully the Sandinistas don't blow his head off. And it's like, well, actually, he gets what he fucking deserves if the Sandinistas blow his head off.
I don't know, man. Like, he's still your dad, so you're probably like, yeah, I hope they don't blow his head off.
I guess, but not me.
I mean, I'm sure if your dad was fighting the war, you wouldn't be like, oh, he gets what he deserves.
Who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows how it goes? Who knows what the 80s
I think I know.
I don't know. The Clash had a song about it.
And I already sang part of it.
And I probably would have heard that song and been like, all right, Sandinistas are good. Bernie Sanders actually supported the Sandinistas at one point, so he can't be president.
Well, I mean, be prepared if he becomes the Democratic nominee for all this shit to come back up.
His honeymoon was in Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, it is a kind of a silly move if you ever want to run for president.
I mean, it wasn't his honeymoon.
Yeah, I know, but still, any trip.
Well, the other senators also went to Russia around the same time period.
Wait, wasn't it? Yeah, but it wasn't. There were separate trips, though. Wasn't that the whole thing?
No.
I could have sworn. I haven't read about the story in a long time. I just know that it's if you plan to run for president in the future, it does look stupid.
I guess, but you got to do what you believe in.
I don't disagree, but there also is an element to being a politician where you have to play the game a little bit if you want to do it.
Fuck politicians, though.
Well, then who do you want to be president? Because there's no
Sanders.
He's a fucking politician. He's been in politics his entire life.
Yeah, but he's bad at politics.
He's not that bad. He's been a senator for how long?
That's true. But I mean, he just is like straight up with the shit he believes. That's fun. That's new and exciting. I'm sure Bernie Sanders would like Night of the Comet. I'd like to talk to Alex Garland about.
He really likes West Wing, is what I understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a big fan of the West Wing.
I guess I don't support Bernie Sanders anymore.
That's what I can do it for you.
I
don't know, man. He's just an old white man. Old white liberals like West Wing.
He's not a liberal though. I want to ask Alex Garland how much he loves Night of the Comet because 28 Days Later, it's just fucking Night of the Comet. Oh, also Joss Whedon has openly admitted this movie inspired him to write Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So Joss Whedon,
kill.
more proof that he's just a hack.
His Buffy the Vampire Slayer is like isn't really that much like Night of the Comet.
Yeah, it's substantially worse. So he's a hack. He took someone's good idea and made a worse version of it. Thanks, Joss Whedon. The TV show's good though. I was just talking about the movie.
Oh, the movie's awful, but it's not really his fault.
Well, the movie's not awful. It's just not as good as Night of the Comet.
It's like a good. It's a bad good movie. You know what I mean? I like it. It's got Luke Perry.
Yeah, and David Arquette.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. He's outside the window.
Come on, man. That's just taken from Salem's Lot. Fucking
That's
Joss
true.
Whedon, you hack. That's what I'm talking about. It's Joss Whedon and his whole generation are just, they got no blood. They just copy shit that Spielberg and Stephen King did, and then they don't have any personality or they never have sex, so there's like no energy to anything they do. And then now there's so many people on the internet that are just running around, little Joss Whedons joining the Proud Boys and shit. I honestly think Joss Whedon, J.J. Abrams, Damon Lindelof, those guys are responsible for the alt-right.
I don't know. I like it. Probably not.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel and
I just like
delve into it further.
Is Buffy the Vampire Slayer a big alt-right icon?
Because she kills lesbians. I don't remember. I haven't watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer in at least 2 years. It's been 2 years since I watched the entire series for the third time.
Yeah, you really hate Joss Whedon.
I love Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Allison Hannigan.
She got a widow's peak like me. Strong widow's peak. Alright, Night of the Comet. Alright, back on track. Night of the Comet. Alright. We gotta really hammer out what this format is for the show. Maybe I should start writing scripts or outlines or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know what podcasting is about. I don't know why people listen to most podcasts. And I'm tired of the internet celebrities, even though I want to be one. I want people to listen to shit I say, because what I say is better than like fucking nerds on Chapo Trap House.
I mean, it's definitely better than any movie podcast I've ever listened to.
I honestly have listened to very few of them. How did this get made? And Doug Loves Movies. I think those are the only two I've
There's
listened to.
There's got to be some popular
and
ones.
It's been like, I've only listened to a couple of them. Technically, like Joe Bob Briggs, if you watched like At the Drive-In, his newest. Is it At the Drive-In?
That's a Tiger Army song, isn't it?
No, At the Drive-In's a great like post-punk band. I don't know. The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, which is also just Monster Vision. You know, it's just what Joe Bob Briggs does. That's like the first movie podcaster, really, you know? He's just the best. We all just want to be Joe Bob. Actually, I bet a lot of these fucking nerds don't even know who Joe Bob is, because they're like, yeah, so there's going to be a new Batman. Let's talk about the new Batman. My favorite Batman is Michael Keaton when he does the Batman.
I gotta say, I really love your movie nerd podcast.
That's
voice.
what they sound like.
Hey, man, I was it's a Batman over there. So,
You come around.
what's your favorite? Who is your favorite Spider-Man, and why is it Tobey Maguire?
Yeah, those fucking nerds come around here trying to be on my podcast, man. I'll take their shoelaces. I'll throw their shoes over the fucking telephone pole.
I'm gonna fling them on the telephone pole.
That's right, man. You ain't got no shoes. You come around here, I take your shoes. No shoes for you.
So, anyways, Night of the Comet.
Not a comment. Speaking of shoes, Comet comes around, turns everyone in the nest quick, just leaves shoes and clothes around. Luckily, they let us know that the movie theater had steel walls, so
That's important.
That's how Reggie survived, because she didn't get Comet chemicals. Larry wakes up and he's like, damn, the dude didn't come back with the film. He probably got like barbecue sauce on it or something, because it's like one of the film nerds from another podcast.
Yeah.
Was the one who wanted to watch 3D, came from Planet Beyond or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, there's no Batman in this. But he's like, I'm gonna go fucking whoop his ass.
If he calls, you tell him I'm gonna whoop his ass.
And she's like, what about my $15?
You tell him you're gonna whoop his ass too.
Tell him you're pissed too. Which I actually really like that one.
That was a
Like,
good
Tell
line.
him you're pissed too. He's like, oh, cool.
Here's didn't he get paid up front?
You think you would, but I mean,
Yeah, why would you hand over the film and then not get the money?
this guy's just like not very good at crime. Also, no, he must have been paid first. He's just mad the dude didn't bring back the film.
So why didn't she get her $15 right away?
I don't know, because he's a dick.
I fucking hate this guy. I'm glad
It's all right.
He gets clobbed with a fucking pipe and he deserves it.
It's a wrench.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a pipe wrench.
He opens the door and the zombie man beats him to death with a wrench. Reggie gets dressed, goes downstairs, plays video games because she's got to get rid of DMK. She then accidentally locks herself out of the theater, and you see it's the historic El Rey Theater, and you're like, what? It doesn't look like that inside. She's like, well, I guess I'll just head on home. Or she tries to get back in, goes into the alley entrance, finds Larry's keys, bloody wrench. She gets attacked by the zombie dude.
She's like, karate.
And she's like, hey, man, don't fuck with me. I'll fuck you up. And he's like, I'm a zombie. I don't care. And she's like, legit, dude. This is for your own safety. And then she beats the shit out of him. And you're like, I like where this movie's going. And then she rides off on a motorcycle, being cool as hell. Oh, you see a lot of shots that Danny Boyle directly copied for 28 Days Later. But instead of London, it's LA. This movie, I was watching it and I was like, I don't like 28 Days Later as much. 'Cause I haven't seen Night of the Comet since I was really little.
Yeah, that's been a long time. I've seen pieces of it every once in a while on like TNT or some shit.
Yeah, and I was like,
I remember catching the ending of it like a year ago.
yeah, it's like, wait a minute, this is a lot of 28 Days Later vibes going on here. Samantha doesn't realize anything's going on because she ran away, you know, like as kids run away.
Mm-hmm.
But she just actually hid in the shed,
Tool shed,
and
which is also steel.
Luckily, they have a steel tool shed, so she survived the blast or the comet attack. And Reggie's like, no, everyone's fucking dead. You can't go to like Pep Squad. Everyone's dead. And she's like, fuck that. I'm eating cereal.
If you're trying to scare me, it's working.
That would be pretty scary, I guess. But then, you know how I cope with it? I just started drinking and having a good time like she does. So I think she's got to figure it out. And then, the radio broadcast is still going as if everything was normal. So they're like, shit, we'll go to a radio station, whatever. And you're like, damn, is this going to be like Dawn of the Dead? What's happening? What zombie movie is this going to be like? And it turns out it's going to be like a zombie movie that won't be made for another 20 years. Radio is just a recording.
As it tends to be sometimes.
Yeah, it's just a tape recording because it's like fucking Saturday. So why would Radio Man be at work?
There still should be someone there operating the equipment, but I assume they got dusted.
Probably got dusted, yeah. He turned it into Nesquik. It's actually brick dust that they use. And maybe the version I watched must not have been like a good restoration because it looked more like Dookie Brown, like Nesquik, rather than like kind of red.
I guess it kind of like. Would you watch it on my? I watched it on Tubi TV.
Oh,
There's a plug for Tubi. It was free.
I pirated it. I committed a crime.
Oh, I don't know.
It was supposedly the 1080p Blu-ray ripped though.
Whatever.
Could have lost some like the fidelity in the. What's that shit called where they have to like, whatever. I don't fucking technology. I don't know. I'm a boomer.
I love Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden. He's status quo. Please, more status quo. Everything was good 4 years ago when Obama was president. So just make it like that again. Because shit was really working out well for me and the working class and the poor and stuff then too. Immigrants as well. Everything was good. Yeah, whatever. Just fucking who cares, man? It's all garbage. We're all gonna die. Just like Night of the Comet. So Night of the Comet is like an inspiration post for this post-apocalypse fashion and just real attitudinal things you're gonna need to do in the post-apocalypse. You're gonna get some Mack 10s and just go on shopping sprees, drink a lot of beer. No problem. Hector arrives.
Well, Hector's already there.
Well, he's like, enter Hector. Hector. They don't know his name's Hector at first, though. They're just like, you may think you're tough in the Barrio because I'm a racist from the Valley. He's like, okay.
I'm from San Diego.
Okay. He's like, no, I'm used to that shit.
You know, he's like Barrio.
I'm used to that shit from you white girls. I guess that's the only like racist shit they pull in the movie, except for when he comes back from San Diego and he does have like the stereotypical King of the Barrio car. Like
that's a cool car. I would ride around that
car. It's a dope ass car, but you know, it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. He's cool. He's cool as fuck.
They accused him of being a homosexual at one point because he didn't try to come on to Reggie
because he was nice. I'm not used to. This is the '80s. I'm not used to men like taking it slow or being nice or. Not trying
to pay me $15.
Not trying to sexually assault me the first time they meet me, so he's definitely a gay. They try to justify it though, being like, "Well, it's L.A. You're either a rapist or gay." So he's a cool guy though. He's got a cool red shirt and a leather jacket, leather gloves, and a gun, and he drives a truck. Probably like a big rig, I guess. They don't ever show it.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
show
he
it.
says he's also slept in the cab. So
Yeah, they also show it when it's a semi when he goes back to his house in San
oh
Diego.
yeah,
gets
they
out of
do
it.
for a second. He's driving
Yeah.
it.
Damn it.
Sorry. Did he ever say what happened to the woman he picked up?
Yeah, she freaked out when they saw one of the zombies and she escapes, and he sees her a few minutes later being torn apart by other zombies.
Cool. For a zombie,
Real hardcore shit.
Yeah, for a zombie movie, not a lot of zombie action.
No, and very few zombies. Not a lot of blood or pulling apart either.
But
Was it PG-13?
Yeah, it's PG-13.
There you go.
Yeah, so no titties either.
I don't care about that part.
Yeah, but just that real, you get that
Real 80s grime.
80s grime to it. Talking about real
80s tits.
Yeah, real
from characters that are technically underage.
Yeah, yeah, because there is like one like kind of thirsty scene with Samantha, who presumably is like 15 or 16.
Yeah,
because Reggie's 18, and then it's her younger sister, so definitely underage. I'm sure there'll be people that are like 16's of age in some place, not in California. Also,
and also 15 is not of age anywhere in the U.S. I don't think.
Maybe like Texas or Tennessee or something.
Maybe not Texas, Alabama.
Yeah, so there's a thirsty scene with Samantha, and it's kind of weird because she's an adult playing a teenager, but it's
supposed to be a
it's just like,
teenager.
yeah, it's kind of weird.
The thing that I thought, here's where my one went when they're doing that like nightgown scene where she's in the mall trying on shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where the fuck is her rash that she supposedly has?
That's a good point.
That entire time, I'm like, this is just took me right out of the movie. Continued years. They obviously didn't have a real like Quentin Tarantino.
They didn't have a script supervisor.
Yeah,
they had no script supervisor. No one was like, "Come on, we need the rash.
Where's the rash?
Where's the rash?
Where's the rash?"
Oh yeah, that's a good thing to bring up. Samantha's got a rash due to stress and anxiety. She said it happened before, but possibly she becomes zombie.
She becomes zombie?
She becomes zombie.
Well, I mean, the other thing that we learn is that when they're at the radio station, they're being observed by some sort of third-party post-apocalyptic organization who are fucking awful at their job. Because we later learn that they left the goddamn vents open.
Yeah, which caused them to be exposed to the comet gas.
Yeah,
so
they're slowly dying.
That's the Umbrella Underground facility. Resident Evil stole that from this movie too. This movie is the source of like a lot of.
Well, I mean, it's also like Stranger Things season 3, right?
Yeah. This movie is just a source of like a lot of like derivative zombie shit that I didn't realize as a child, but now I'm like, no one's got any new ideas, huh? Horror movies like just reached their zenith. Like the campy pulp horror movies really reached their zenith in the 80s, and then since then, people have just been copying it. That's
with
why
better production value.
I guess the opening of the Dawn of the Dead remake is pretty cool. Man.
Does anybody legitimately like the remake better than the original, though?
No, I don't think so. Well, not anyone of substance. There's probably people who like didn't have the patience to watch the original, and they're just like, I really like Dawn of the Dead. It's got action. They shoot bullets and stuff, and it has no social commentary of any kind. They're just in a mall for no reason, really, just because it seems like a good place to hide out. Yeah. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm saying is the horror movies were at their best late 70s through the 80s, and then they're just dumb as shit now.
The shopping arcade.
It's just a monument to consumerism. This think tank's watching them. They want them. They want to rescue them?
No, they want their bloods.
Well, for a while, it's like, well, something's going on. We don't know for sure.
Well, I mean, it's all, yeah, but I mean, it seems a little nefarious because they're like, yeah, we're going to get them in here. But then the one scientist lady's like, I don't know if that's a good idea. It seems a little.
Audrey White is her name. She's badass.
Yeah, what's her character name?
Audrey White.
Is that Audrey White?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, her name tag says White, and they call her Audrey. So I put two and two together.
I don't remember her there saying the name, or I didn't read the name tag, obviously.
I don't know. She's cool. She's a cool lady. Anyways, yeah, she's like, she's there to be like, oh, something nefarious is afoot.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 28 days later. So they want to capture them to create a serum to save themselves. We find out later they just turn them into vegetables and harvest their blood.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, though, Think Tank heard the radio broadcast when Samantha was being a radio star, and she said the original name of the movie, which was like Teenage Zombie Comet
Extravaganza.
Yeah, something like that. Something real pulpy, which would have been cool. Better than Night of the Comet, I guess. So they call him up, and they're she doesn't, the phone goes dead, so she doesn't get all the info they need, but they basically realize they're at the radio station, so they're gonna go snatch him up. But Hector's gotta go back to San Diego.
I guess he needs to check out his mom.
He wants to confirm,
Yeah.
Just check it out. Reggie's like, they dead. We're alive. I'm here right now.
Feel my warm body.
Yeah, come on. The stress of the situation.
What are you, a gay?
We're like bonobos, damn it. All this stress, we just need to bang it out. But he's like, nah, I'm actually a nice human being. And also I want to know if my mom is alive.
Yeah, so he drives down there, and there's like a little cheat out scene where the music's playing from the house. And he's like, Mom? Mother? Mommy?
Yeah. But it's actually a little kid zombies in there.
No, there's no one in there. He gets in that it's a record player just playing on it by itself. It's like an automatic record
Yeah, but
player.
he fights the little kid zombie.
Yeah, but he starts collecting all this stuff, and there's like a knock at the door. And he opens the door, and the kid's there.
Yeah. Came by just
and he slams the door shut. He's like, no, we don't want any.
Yeah. That part is pretty funny. And then also 28 Days Later. Beat for beat, kind of the same movie. Alex Garland, I'm on to you. We're going to watch like some weird robot sci-fi movie next, or eventually, and it's going to be like, oh, this is exactly like Ex Machina.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Alex Garland, you hack. Yeah, so he says, fuck it. Get the hell out of Dodge. Gets a cool car. And he's like, all right, well, time to party with the girls. We see that they're hella good with weapons, which was implied because their dad's a crazy military man and taught them how to fight and shit. There's the best line in the movie where Samantha's like, see, that's what's wrong with these things. Daddy would have gotten us Uzis. Because they just have the Mac 10s, I guess.
Yeah, they jam.
Yeah, which like Mac 10s were only good for like looking cool in rap music videos, I think. And man, they look cool though. I randomly was like, I don't remember how I found it, but there's this like hardcore hip hop group from like Queens in the early 90s called Onyx, and they were performing at the Source Awards one time, like in 90s.
Oh, the Source Awards, you say?
Yeah. And as they're performing, one of them pulls out his gun and just starts shooting it in the air. I was like, damn.
I remember this, actually.
I was like, damn, this shit was wild back in the day. So now, like, Onyx are my favorite rap group. Because I was like, man, this is fucking punk. It's so reckless. I love it. I don't know why I like shitty stuff like that. Oh, it's so dangerous and reckless. Someone could have been hurt. It's fucking awesome. Anyways, they practice like gun safety though. They're like responsible with their weapons.
Sort of.
It's responsible.
I mean, they just kind of leave them lying around.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they had like a firearm specialist on set, like they do nowadays, to tell you like, oh, you got to kiss your gun and tuck it in and all this bullshit or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not kissing a gun. Yeah. Fuck off.
I mean, that's not what they actually do. But it's just like, yeah, you gotta really, treat it with respect and blah, 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 which I'm sure is like healthy and cool or whatever, but it still just gives me that vibe of like, oh man, you just like have never made a woman orgasm. Like, oh, you just, oh man, you.
It's not a sword, which is a literal extension of my penis.
That's right. Swords are way cooler. Samantha's bummed out though because Reggie's gonna get with Hector and she steals all the men all the time.
Yeah, that's what's implied.
Which is like, I like when they kind of like laugh it off though, because it's like, that's a weird thing to worry about at the end of the world. So, cheer up, Reggie's like, we're going on a shopping spree.
Stranger Things season 3.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we talked about it before. Stranger Things just has no new ideas. I don't mind the thirsty stuff with Samantha in this scene, just because like,
where's the rash?
Yeah, but I mean, just like because they're having fun trying on clothes and dancing around and stuff, and it's like, yeah, you would just like not give a fuck, It's just your sister and like having a good time.
My whole thing is neither one of them are drunk enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I would never.
It's like so there's like a trade off, like in these zombie situations, apocalypse scenarios, where I'm like, would I just be like fucked up all the time? It's kind of dangerous, but then also like,
who gives a shit? Yeah, I guess it depends on what, like my situation,
like your goals too.
Yeah,
like, oh, is there a way to like have a normal life and get out of this, or is like this the end? Like, if it was a situation where like there's really no hope, like I'm just gonna be fucked up all the time doing wild shit.
I'm gonna crash a bunch of cars.
Unfortunately, though, fucking Gene Simmons Dracula like runs the mall. There's the survivors in the mall. They've been exposed too. You don't know that at first, but it's like they look weird, so you're like, well, maybe. And yeah, the leader is Willie, right? He's even got like a monogrammed like smoking jacket or whatever.
We don't know if that's his real name or he just found that smoking jacket in the mall.
Because they're stock boys, and they're like, now we own the mall.
I'm king of the mall.
He's some nice satire about capitalism, man. Honestly, in that scene where they get kidnapped.
Yeah, we need you to pay for this.
Yeah. Now we run the mall. We're on top of the world now. Yeah, but he looks like Gene Simmons Dracula. It's weird. I don't like it. There is an extended shootout with our heroines and the dudes, but they do end up getting captured and rescued by the scientists, which is my least favorite aspect of the movie. I really wanted to see Reggie like straight up melt those dudes.
Yeah, I was looking forward to like some sort of weird escape.
I do like as weird as Gene Simmons Dracula is, his scene where he's talking with the girls when they're captured, that's like he does a good job and it's a pretty cool scene. Yeah. But I also would have just rather they straight up melted the dudes. Yeah, I just want them to burn.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't like the scientists come in for the save.
Yeah, but yeah, we got.
But I guess that's a way to make them trust the scientists.
Yeah, plus we got to like get them to the lab and get this shit going.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, the movie's going nowhere.
Yeah, I understand it. They're like, well, yeah, we're gonna take you to a lab and have a good time. Batman will be there. You can.
Samantha's gonna wait here for Hector, huh?
Yeah. Wink, wink.
She's been exposed according to the blood tests.
No, they didn't even do the blood test. They just see that she's scratching herself.
Well, no, they did do the blood test, and the guy's like, I don't even need to see her results. She's definitely. And then your buddy Dr. White's like, yep, that's true. We're gonna kill her.
Yeah, but she gives her sodium pentothal or whatever.
She just gives her sleeping medicine.
Yeah, she just goes to sleep for a while. Oh, spoilers. That's the shocking reveal at the end. Kind of. Our doctor friend, Dr. White, is not an asshole. So she's kind of just like, oh, well, we fucked up. We're going to die. I don't know. We got to bring all these people down with us.
For something that may not even work.
Yeah, so she kills Samantha, and then she's like, well, we don't need to wait for Hector. Like, he's probably not coming. And the other doctor's like, oh, we can just wait around at the radio station. I'm a fat dickhead. And he reaches for his gun. And she's like, oh, you think I'm going to reach for my gun? And he's like, well, no, don't be too hasty. But she already had a gun out and shoots his ass.
It's a real Clint Eastwood situation.
And gravy comes out of him.
As you would. You've seen the man.
Yes, man. If you've seen this man, you know he's full of gravy. And you're like, damn, I wonder what's going to happen next. What's going to happen with Hector? Well, we're not going to find out yet because we got to cut to Reggie. Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's Reggie being
Reggie.
interrogated.
Oh, we also forgot to mention the think tank rescued another group of people and 2 kids and presumably their parents. But we don't ever really see their parents.
I think it's just like 2 kids. It's only people we see from coming out of helicopters, just those 2 kids.
Then who are the other vegetables they have that are...
They're just someone they captured before, I think.
Oh.
Because those 2 kids are only a little bit behind Reggie in the process, though. And those other guys are already being drained of their bloods.
Yeah. So there's the leader guy, the like Sam Neill knockoff. He is questioning Reggie about her sexual history and shit. Just to make
it's
sure
medical history, I think.
Yeah, just to make sure she doesn't have any like bloodborne pathogens, right?
Yeah.
And she's just like not playing along because she's like, man, who gives a fuck about
Yeah,
this
I wouldn't.
shit?
Would you?
The world's over. What are you talking about, man? I'd be like, where's the fucking bacon? Just kidding. I'm a vegetarian now. I've been doing it for about a week. Also, it's not like a big change. I was a vegetarian for like 2 years previously. I'm just going back to it. Eating a lot of beans, beans rule. Beans rule. So I'd be like, all right, fucking where's the beans and rice? He's like, wow, you're a feisty one. Or something like that.
Yeah,
some condescending bullshit that old men say. And she's like, cancer. He's like, what, you got cancer? Cancer? She's like, no, I am a cancer. I don't give a fuck about your bullshit. I'm a cancer too, and I can relate to that, but I also don't believe in that zodiac shit.
Oh, that's something a cancer would say.
I ain't got time for this garbage. He's like, man, it's getting bright in here and put my shades on. And we find out the 2 other lady scientists are
assholes.
They're about to drug the kids and turn them into vegetables.
Oh my god! Don't worry, you're gonna go to sleep and you'll live with Santa Claus forever.
You go to the North Pole forever. With Santa Claus.
Reggie was too nice to those people. I would have gut shot both of them.
There's fucking
fucking left them there.
That's like so fucked up. I mean, what else would you say to them though? Like
Hell on, let me get you out of here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, probably just like not be involved in the whole caper.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I don't know. That's what...
But I mean, what are you gonna do though? You know, you don't want to die. But I also don't see why they want to continue living. Like, it doesn't seem like there's any hope. Like, the situation in Night of the Comet seems incredibly dire. For sure, 90% of the population is gone.
And not just humans, like
Animals,
animals, everything.
Like, everything's gone. Like, much more effective than Thanos.
Well, I mean, Thanos' goal wasn't to wipe out the population.
Just wipe out half of shit or whatever, because he just doesn't understand that capitalism is the source of scarcity.
I mean,
You know what's terrifying about there being a subreddit that Thanos did nothing wrong? I know it's like somewhat satirical, but the fact that some people were convinced of him having a logical answer to this problem is like, eco-fascism. Okay, I get it. Yeah, so that's just gonna become a
the
mainstream
funny thing to me
mainstream concept. Huh?
the motherfucker is known as the Mad Titan. He's a crazy person. His solution isn't logical.
Yeah, but they don't really address that directly in the film. I mean, except for like
They
the
kinda
Avengers,
do.
like, this is fucking nuts. Gamora, especially, is like, yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. This is some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
so they do address it.
Yeah, but there's so many people that were like, oh, he's just such a compelling villain. I understand.
I mean, he is. I would still say he's a compelling villain, but he doesn't mean that his plan makes fucking sense.
Yeah, but it does to some people, presumably. And
Yeah, I know, but as we said before, people are stupid.
it's interesting. So Marvel is
just
basically
remember that
legitimized eco-fascism.
Well, just know what the average IQ is, and then realize that about half the population is below that.
I would rather not. I'd rather everyone watch Night of the Comet, listen to my podcast, our podcast, and buy merchandise that doesn't exist yet. Oh, all right. So now Hector shows up. He's Santa Claus. He's got presents.
Yeah,
which is hella cute.
that was
man.
cute. Yeah, I mean, he had not a fun time going back to his mom's house.
I just like he's fucking. You know what? The world, everything's gonna be all right in this crazy world because he's just like, you know what? That was terrible. But I got this cool car. I'll just dress up as Santa, get some roses, buy him some shit.
He didn't buy shit. He's wrapped some presents.
Yeah, it's like fucking Christmas time. Let's go. You know, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah,
not consumerism.
I like to think these like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna get the babes. We're gonna drive somewhere fun.
Just fucking
On the coast where it looks pretty.
Yeah, we're not that far from the beach. Like, fuck yeah, let's go. Probably drive down to like Mexico though.
I was thinking like Big Sur.
San Diego's like fucking right by Mexico though. You just be like, I'm going.
Yeah, but LA, he had to drive back up to LA.
Yeah, it's only like 2 hours though.
Not what traffic.
San Diego, there's no traffic. One time I took the Amtrak from San Diego to LA just to do it. It's pretty cool. That's like the only time I've been on a train.
We went when I was a kid, elementary school. We took a couple trains. On field
Oh
trips.
yeah, you're right. I did that too. The Union Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it was the only time as an adult that I remembered until now.
Yeah, I haven't been on a train in,
But I was like,
30 years almost.
choo choo. It was all right. You just kind of chill.
Yeah, I like trains. I like the
Mhm.
idea of a train.
It'd be cool to like the Oriental Express. I'd like to go on a long ass train journey where you have like a cabin and stuff.
Yeah.
And then also, I'd hope that a murder takes place.
I was gonna
that
say
I get to be involved in.
I want
the
like a themed train
investigation.
ride.
Yeah, I'll be Hercule Poirot. I'm like, murder.
Murder must faire.
Murder.
Murder must faire.
Yeah, that's
Like an
awesome.
Apollo.
You have a cool mustache. Yeah. Cool scientist lady is like, pulls the gun on Hector, but she's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. My brain's melting. Dude, I've left you a note. And then she injects herself to go to sleep forever because she's like, I don't want to be a zomboid. Hector reads the note. Presumably, it's got all the info he needs.
Yeah, like that Samantha is just asleep.
Yeah, and where you can find the facility and all that sort of shit. Because we cut away from him, don't see him for a while. Back to Reggie. She's had enough. It's this fucking.
Yeah, well, he told her that they killed her sister.
Yeah, it's your sister's
and I don't
dead,
know
huh?
why they think that you have a rational reaction to that.
Well, the thing is,
I mean, I guess her reaction is rational, but I don't know why they expect her not to be like, well, fuck you guys.
Well, the thing is, they don't care because they underestimate her because she's a young woman.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're just like, what's she gonna do? She just.
I feel like those dicks were pompous enough that they'd have the same reaction to anybody that was in that facility with them.
Maybe. I think it's specifically supposed to address the misogyny of the situation, though, because the director, Eberhardt, specifically wanted to be about two young, competent women who were just underestimated by everyone because of their being young women. So yeah, they're just like, what's she gonna do? She's got a vagina. Then she.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's definitely true when the guy goes into her. He's like, it's really childish of you. Yeah, that part seems like
really talking down to her as you do to young women when you're
he gets clobbered.
And she's like,
see, here's the thing. Like, she doesn't go as far as I would because they just told me they killed my sister.
Probably kill him,
shit
right?
I'm not even sure about. After I hit him over the head, I'm stumping on his neck.
Yeah, the thing is also, so you don't want to waste too much energy because you know you might have to kill a few other motherfuckers, and so I guess you could break his neck pretty easily though. You don't have to
you don't have to break his
energy.
neck. You just step on his windpipe and that's it.
Yeah, that's true, but you also got to be quick about it. You know,
it's not that. It doesn't take very long.
I mean, yeah,
it doesn't go far enough.
If you just, I guess you just stomp the shit out of their neck and be fine. Just crush their windpipe.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking you're like, oh, I'm choking with my foot. Like, no, that could take minutes.
I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nah, just crush your windpipe. I get you. I got it now. Why did the original dude have to leave? There's a problem with something, right?
Yeah, what was it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember now either. Fuck it.
Oh
yeah, someone was missing.
Yeah, one of the people
on
the
dudes
team
turned into a zombie.
Yeah, he's missing because they're like, we don't know where the fuck he went. He's probably a zombie now. But I wish they would have explored that further because that could have been.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an hour and what, 20...
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah. There's probably... If you put another 20 minutes on this movie, you can have a lot of more stuff in the facility.
It would have been exactly like 28 days later at that point. Because remember when Cillian Murphy sets free the rage zombie that they have chained up? And he's running... Man, I want to watch 28 Days Later again. I'm going to watch that tonight. Because as much as the Alex Garland stole directly from Night of the Comet, 28 Days Later is a dope fucking movie. A lot of people gave credit to the Dawn of the Dead remake as being revitalizing the zombie genre at that point, but it's definitely 28 Days Later because that was like a legit ass movie. Dawn of the Dead is just a pretty good remake with like none of the intrigue or
a pretty okay remake.
Yeah, tolerable remake. It's got a lot of cool gore effects, which sometimes is all you want from a horror movie, but not a remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, I mean that's my thing. Like, it's not a bad zombie movie, but
it's not a good homage
to Romero. You know what I mean? It's just
it's just kind of lazy. Night of the Comet though, Reggie has escaped. She's going on a rampage. She's got a gun, so she's dangerous now. She was dangerous before though, because remember when the doctor's putting Samantha to sleep, and she's like, "Oh, we got a couple geniuses at my high school," and she's like, "Oh yeah," and it's like, "Yeah, they're wimps.
We're all wimps."
Yeah, which I think they threw that in there because they're gonna beat the shit out of the science nerds, these creepy science nerds. Because it's true, these guys are just like,
yeah, but not all scientists are wimps. So
yeah,
I'd like you to introduce you to Dolph Lundgren.
These guys are all like middle-aged doofuses, though. So they do all look like wimps.
Yeah, I do. I mean, we meant the one guy that got shot and Gravy came out.
Yeah, so Reggie's like, "Fuck this shit! I'm going crazy. This is all for all my juggalos and juggalettes." Whoop whoop. Have you seen that kid? Did you follow him on Twitter? Is Superhuman? He's the best. He's just a juggalo kid who does like wrestling stunts, like backyard wrestling stunts, like jumping on barbed wire or Lego bricks or glass or random shit. But he's always like, "This is for my juggalos and juggalettes." Whoop 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 whoop. Don't try this at home. Nah, he's cool. He's just a genuine like
dumbass.
Yeah, but like you can tell he's just like genuine, does whatever he loves, kind of idiot. But it's great. It's great. Very wholesome. Reggie says that too. She's like, "Don't try this at home. This is all for my juggalos and juggalettes." Whoop whoop. And she's gonna run rampant. Cut to Hector. Oscar. He's got his badass car. He's dressed like a cat. He's dressed just like a cowboy now.
Yeah, and he's got an accent.
Yeah, he's from Texas now. And he calls himself Heck, which is obviously the abbreviation of Hector. But I didn't realize that until this movie, where I was like, the few times I've heard someone called Heck, it's because their name's Hector. And you know what's weird? And someone might accuse me of being insensitive, but every friend I've had, or every person I've known of Mexican or Central American descent named Hector goes by Hector. But then the few white dudes I've met, which usually are like shit-kicking crackers that are named Hector, they're Heck. What's the deal with that?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever met a white dude named Hector.
I didn't realize their names were Hector until now, but like a dude who came to Jamba Juice who couldn't read. Seriously, he's illiterate. You had to read the menu to him and explain shit to him every time he came in.
Oh my god.
His name was Heck.
I don't know. I guess it's how it obviously happens, but I don't know how do you get to that point.
Well, I think he was like living out on the farm for generations out around here, and like being homeschooled, and you know what I mean, just like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you weren't homeschooled, because if you
Well,
homeschooled, you would learn a little bit.
I mean, based not going to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was sad, actually. But you know what? He seemed to be doing all right. So I guess you don't need to know how to read the farm good. So anyways, Heck is like...
He's running a scam. He's a flim-flam man now.
Yeah, he's grifting him. He's giving him the old grifty grift.
He's like, hold on. And for some reason, the guard's like, yeah, let me come out behind the fence and let me look inside the trunk. Because I like girls.
He said he's got a girl. And he's like, well, there's not too many girls around here. Let me take a look. And he's like, she's dead. And she's like, rah! And they close the trunk on him, which probably would be pretty bad. One time I closed the trunk on you when we were kids.
Oh.
Because it was 4th of July, and we were about to go to the fireworks, and for some reason we were fighting. And, like, I didn't, like, you know what I mean? It's like when you fight with your brother, you don't actually want to hurt him. But I was like thinking like Jackie Chan style, like, you know, just really
real comedic,
or just improvised weaponry.
Yeah,
and I remember I was like, "Oh, I'm bonking with the back of the trunk of our van," and I was like, "Bonk," and then Dad yelled at us. So how did it feel? Did it hurt pretty bad?
I don't really remember.
I guess it wasn't that bad, but he was slamming him real hard.
Yeah, they did it a couple times, and Hector put all his weight into it. So
yeah, it's a little bit different than like your 8-year-old brother giving you a bunk. But who knows? Who knows? You know, I've never been bonked by the trunk. Well, I have. I mean, I've like hit my head on it and stuff.
Yeah, I've accidentally bonked myself a couple times.
I don't know. I remember one time a house I was living at had this like weird arching overhang. But it was like too low for me. Like even if I walked down like at its apex, I still had to like turn my head sideways. I wasn't like aware enough of it a lot of the time. So like one time I like really like fucking hit my forehead on it, and I was like, oh no, that was really bad because like I could like smell my brain. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You ever like hit your head so hard where you're like, oh no.
Why is this pink fluid leaking out of my nose?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, that was bad. Like, and it was like it blinded me for a little bit. And I was like, oh fuck. And then I had like a little cutty dent. I had to be late for work because I was like, oh, what the fuck? And that was probably only like the 8th concussion of my life. Yeah, they break into the facility now. Hector's sticking dynamite on a truck. Samantha is gonna roll in there and save the day. Power. You'll notice in the scene where she's riding the elevator that we just focus on her shoes.
Uh-huh.
They've got a lot of the director Eberhardt got a lot of relative praise for that scene because it was at the time it wasn't like the generic full body or exploitative look at the girl as she's in the elevator kind of shot, and he was like, oh, I appreciate that. Actually, it was just a reshoot. We didn't have access to the set anymore, and also Kelly Maroney wasn't available, so it's just like one of the producers wearing her shoes standing in a cardboard set we made. So it was just improvised in a reshoot.
It is a cool scene too. I actually like the way
cool.
her feet move too when she gets out. It's like there's a little bit of character work there.
Yeah.
So the producer gonna go to work.
Yeah, it's pretty good still, but it's just like, yeah, we just kind of had to do it. But usually
that's like usually everybody's favorite scenes.
Yeah, problem solving shit in these old films is always the coolest shit. Reggie has arrived to the scene where they're about to kill the children. And she's like, put your hands up. And I like that the kids do it too. They wouldn't know, you know? The girl's like, yeah, they told us we're going to go to the North Pole and meet Santa Claus and live there forever. She's like, well, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Which really is.
Yeah, honestly, I would have gut shot both of them right there. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. We are scientists. We have no morals. We only science. Samantha shows up, though. Reggie almost accidentally shoots her because she gets spooked. But then the scientists think they're gonna make their move on them. Because even they're underestimating them, being, oh, they're just young girls. What are they gonna do? And it's like, fuck you,
young girl with a fucking handgun.
Yeah. Fuck you, get back in place. We find out after some other cuts, but the important thing is they put the gas on those two ladies, and they're just gonna.
I like the sign.
Yeah,
going to live with Santa.
Going to the North Pole. Yeah, they're not gonna make it because their male counterparts discover them, and he's like, "What should we do about that?" And he's like, "Fucking who cares?"
Yeah, we gotta get the children and that girl back. We need their bloods.
We need the blood. Yeah, because fucking all these scientists are so heartless. It's just like, I don't get it. You just fucking die. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, You're not obviously not as smart as you thought you were.
Yeah, so the prospects of rebuilding civilization are incredibly slim. You're already old as shit. Like, just fucking die. Just die. It's like boomers being like, better dead than red. It's like, all right, fucking hop in the casket then. The fuck out of here.
We don't need you anymore. You're doing nothing for us.
You're just ruining shit perpetually. Damn it. 70 years of your bullshit. Hector takes care of these boomer fucks.
A well-placed car bomb.
Yeah, Reggie and Sam escape with the kids. They hop in the car. For some reason, Reggie's holding on to the bunny.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to amount to something, but she was just like, maybe she needed comfort. She's like, fine, you can have your bunny, god damn it. Hector drives away a little bit, but then he's like, hey, fuck you. You guys suck.
He should have whipped his dick out and waved it at him.
Yeah, but the kids are right there.
Yeah,
oh, he told them to cover their eyes.
Yeah,
now.
see, that's what I'm saying.
But the girl peeked, she would have seen his dick.
But she turned around and looked behind her.
Oh, yeah. I like, so the scientist men hop in their Jeep and like, we're gonna get them. One of the guys like, oh, it smells like gas. Gas and ass.
And then the lead scientist is like, hold on, I'm a zombie, let me turn the keys.
Yeah, I like that he's just so zombified now. He looks really good. Anytime like you get to see zombies in the movie, you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, their zombie eyes are real nice.
Yeah, and then he turns the keys and blows them up. That's it for the science guys. Just kidding. The guy that was previously missing, who was probably zombified, he shows up again and tries to grab Reggie. But Hector fights him off, and then he's going after Hector, and Reggie's like, here, take this gun. Blammo, he dead.
Yeah, I don't like that part. Like, the
I don't know if it
final
needs to be
speak,
in
it
it,
needed to
yeah.
be in there. It's not a slasher movie. Come on, guys.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what? Fucking we forgot to talk about one of my favorite parts of the entire movie. It's when Samantha's driving in a cool car, drinking, in like a wedding dress.
The double dream
fake
sequence.
out dreams, and she gets pulled over by the cops. And
Did James Cameron steal this for Aliens?
Probably, because this movie is the source of every other movie you've ever watched. But she gets attacked by completely normal cops. These aren't even zombie cops, I don't think. They're just regular cops that are sexually assaulting her, as cops often do. But
I've seen investigative reports. Or
yeah,
Dateline.
She wakes up. And she's like, oh, just a dream. Oh, and this is when she goes to the bathroom to do thirsty stuff. She's going to take like a sink shower. Another cop shows up.
A whore's bath, if you will.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, pits, tits, ass, and something.
Flaps. Ass and flaps. You got your flip flaps, your labias, and your flabias. Yeah, and then another cop shows up. Just a regular cop. He comes in to rape her. Oh, it turns out it's a dream again, and she wakes up. But I like that the commentary of these are just regular cops.
Is it the commentary?
Yeah, they're not.
They were zombie cops.
No, they weren't zombies. This is the thing. They're just regular cops. They're like, stand in the world. I need help. And they're like, haha, we're cops. 40% of us beat our wives. What do you think we're gonna do to you?
That's just the reported numbers.
Yeah, and the cops protect each other, and so my guess is it's probably all cops.
Here's the real question. At the end of the movie, why does Hector throw away all the guns?
They don't need that shit. They're living a new life now.
Yeah, but there's still zombies around.
Yeah, I don't know.
The little kid still says it. There's still zombies around.
Yeah. The ending's kind of weird, too, because like at no point in the movie did Reggie ever talk about wanting to be like a mom, housewife, have this like privilege.
Yeah, like I'm cool with like them still being like a weird like nuclear family together. I like that aspect of it, but I don't know why they need to get married and like adopt the kids, kind of.
Yeah, and like it's like almost like they're role playing. Like maybe it's like a weird.
Yeah, maybe they're just fucking around.
Yeah,
because then after that they're like, oh, don't cross the street, civilization's on us. But then immediately after Sam rolls off, they're playing football in the street too. I just think they're fucking around.
Yeah, like they're just having fun.
Which is what I've said this before. If I'm rich, robbing big, it's my future.
Yeah. Or if this situation where it just doesn't matter anymore. Like,
I would walk around. I would go in a military base and I'd find a general outfit. And I would walk around like a military advisor at least half the time.
Not me. I'd be a sheriff, cowboy sheriff.
Oh, that too.
I'd call myself Heck. They got the nuclear family. It might even be like
I would also wear like one of those old timey doctor stethoscope things. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, the one where it's like
the magnifying glass
on your eye.
I'd be
your forehead.
Professor General McDonald.
Whoa,
Dr. Professor General McDonald.
Wow, not me, man. I would be the sheriff of a ghost town. I'll go in the saloon, fucking hallucinate like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Just lose my shit, you know.
I'm pretty sure those were ghosts.
Were they? In Stanley Kubrick's The Shining?
In Stephen King's book, they were definitely ghosts.
Yeah. Also, how does he get out of the freezer in the Kubrick version if they're not ghosts?
I have the same.
That's the
feeling
only
about,
thing that it hinges on, really.
I have the same feeling about Pan's Labyrinth, but how does she get out of the locked room if it's not real?
Oh, Pan's Labyrinth happened for sure.
Hell yeah.
Nah, that shit was real. She went to go be a princess. Man, remember when Generalissimo? It's not actually Franco, but he's Generalissimo's fascist friend. He captures that dad and his son and beats him to death with a wine bottle. Fucking gruesome. Guillermo del Toro's the best.
So that's not a comment.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, you want to talk about DMK?
Yeah, DMK shows up. So Samantha's like, man, I cross the street whenever I want to. There's nothing going on. And then she almost gets hit.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't cross against the law like that.
Yeah, this is a fucking Kavanaugh rolls up.
Don't call him a Kavanaugh. We don't know.
All right. Well, he's a fucking trust fund proud boy.
We don't know he's a trust fund proud boy either.
Did you see what he's dressed?
Yeah, because it's the end of the world and he can steal any clothes he
He
wants.
said he's got 23 cars.
He can steal any car he wants.
I feel like there is like some deep satire in this ending.
Yeah,
part.
there is a little bit.
Like with the nuclear family shit. So her giving up her identity, kind of.
Yeah.
And then Samantha just running off with like the first dude who shows up who has.
But
money.
I mean, was her identity like tied into being a single woman? I don't know that it was.
No, but she doesn't display like any desire in being anything but Reggie, 18-year-old trying to survive. I don't know. I guess there's not enough character development for either of them to really determine like the nature of their future. But it just seems really abrupt and like.
But yeah, I guess the other thing
something's
too,
off about the ending where it's like, is this on purpose or is this just how they decided to end it?
I don't know. I just like to think they were just being goofy with each other,
Yeah,
and having fun at the end of the world.
That's
my ending.
Yeah, Samantha hops in the car and they're like, all right, make sure she's back by midnight. I guess they're just probably living in the radio station or something.
Yeah, I would find a nice place. There's got to be some nice place. You just got to clear that dust out.
The White House.
My question is, where's all the? Oh, yeah, right. He's probably still alive.
Trump said the White House is garbage. He's got good taste. So.
I mean, it is a 200-year-old house.
Does it have a gold toilet?
No,
gold turlet?
No, it doesn't have no gold turlet.
I'd live wherever I wanted
But
all
I mean,
the time.
in LA, there's got to be like a nice penthouse apartment somewhere, or maybe, like we said, you travel on down to the beach, find yourself a nice beach house. How's the power still on? Is the real question.
Well, no, it'd probably just stay on for a while, right?
I feel like not more than a few days.
Really, it requires that much maintenance.
I
for
believe
the power
there
grid
is
to
some,
work?
there's some shit. Buttons got to be pressed, levers got to be pulled.
I don't know. Well, I guess maybe in '84. I feel like now it's so automated that I bet no one monitors that shit at all.
I don't know. We just have to find a house with some solar paneling.
Mm-hmm. Lana Del Rey's got a cool music video where she's got like a house on the beach. I'd probably go live there. It's a dope ass house. It's also one of the best pieces of nightgown media ever made.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The Lana Del Rey music video. Yeah, I like Lana Del Rey. She's cool. She's a witch.
Like Stevie Nicks.
Probably in the same vein, yeah. I think she participated in that group spell that was like meant to like bind Trump.
Well, it fucking failed.
I don't know if it worked. I don't know. He hasn't really been able to get shit done. I mean, he's of course got human beings locked up at the border.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like if you're doing some black magic witch shit, or white magic witch shit, I don't want to judge.
Maybe they just didn't
maybe
cover all the bases.
Maybe that's one thing that I would have checked off. Make sure that one gets checked off.
Well, probably not genocide, right?
Yeah,
we'll probably prevent that. Oh, it's not genocide. They're not concentration camps.
I mean, I guess they're not technically killing everyone, but
I mean, yeah, they're just hoping for them to die from bad circumstances, which is kind of what the concentration camps in Nazi Germany started out as.
It's more of like a British style laissez-faire kind of situation.
Yeah, they love that shit. England, India, yeah, right. Everyone day. Ireland, everyone day.
India again.
India again. Parts of Africa.
China.
Yeah. England, the great villain of the world.
I mean, honestly, since World War One,
since,
longer than that, since about 1500.
Yeah, since the Imperial Age, England's been terrible, and then we're just like their little fucking abortion. America, whatever. Not the Comet, fucking dope ass movie. Watch that shit. Fucking watch it twice a year. It's got like a good California vibe to it, where it seems to work for summertime. But it takes place around Christmas, so it could also just be like a great family Christmas movie.
Like Gremlins.
I was gonna say better, but I don't know. I haven't seen Gremlins in a while, but Gremlins is pretty good.
I don't know. I like Gremlins a lot.
Yeah, we'll probably watch it around Christmas this year. It seems like a good thing
Hell
for the
yeah.
podcast.
Hell yeah.
All right, so for next week, I got like 2 options. So there's a movie I want to watch that, and so this option is like a branching path off of this movie.
Uh-huh.
So something like the genetic material of this movie, like the Valley Girl aspect, makes me want to watch
Valley Girl.
with Nicolas Cage. And then I figured we could go on a short little Nicolas Cage tangent. So we'd watch
80s
Valley
Nicolas
Girl.
Cage? All right.
And then I won't tell you what the second movie will be, but it's one of his good ones. And then the other option is we do a back to school special and we'll watch Slumber Party Massacre.
Let's do Nicolas Cage and we can watch Slumber Party after we do a little Nicolas Cage tangent.
All right.
I really want to watch Valley Girls.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, it's been a long. I don't want to go to a party in the valley. I'm doing
Valley, yeah, we're watching Valley Girl next. I'll complain about it more when we watch it, but just keep in mind Nicolas Cage is supposed to be a punk from like urban Los Angeles in this movie. Just keep that in mind as you watch it. He's supposed to be punk in the vein of like Darby Crash or.
You can see a very similar character, a very similar punk character, about 25 years later in a movie I like to call "Bring It On."
Yep. Uh-huh. I remember I liked Bring It On though because of the punk representation. It was like, yes, a punk. Is
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the
at least they
movie.
mentioned the fucking Clash, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's like such like an entry level punk band there.
But I love them so much.
Well, yeah, that's like check this out. This nerd analogy I'm gonna make.
All right, so Sex Pistols are obviously like the go-to answer, or the Ramones, I guess. But go ahead. What do you think?
All right, so remember in World of Warcraft, the Hunter class was like super easy to play. Anyone could play it and get to 60 and do whatever. But to like, there was like a really high like ceiling on the Hunter. Like you could be really good at being Hunter, but only a few people were. The Clash is like entry level, super simple, like punk shit. Everyone knows London Calling, blah, blah, blah. But there's like big ceiling on being like a real ass Clash fan. And that's me. I'm a real ass Clash fan. Because for real, there's people, oh yeah, I love the Clash. They got London Calling, Guns and Bricks. They know like 3 songs from the London Calling double album. And that's it. Fucking.
I mean, London Calling's a really good album.
You don't know.
It's not a double album though.
It was on vinyl.
Oh,
Yeah. Sandinista is legit a double album. That's got like
yeah,
fucking
it's
40
like 400
songs.
songs on it.
That's got Ivan vs. G.I. Joe. And something about England. Fucking the most like poppiest 80s Clash song that they wrote, but so good.
Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven. They shouldn't have chose that for the opening track. It's like a good like funky little track, but I think as soon as like critics heard that, they're like, "Oh no, what happened?" Man, that's a good song. I want to listen to Sandy.
Magnificent. Valley Girls next.
Yeah, Valley Girl, McVentureProductions.com.
Patreons. I'm at a Sean McDonald on Twitter.
Kyle Lemaine, 2 Y's.
MCProductions.com.
MC.
MC Venture.
Oh.
MCVenture Productions.com. I don't know. Go to the web.
Man, we need to rebrand this shit.
How?
I don't know. We need to, like, get the fucking eyes and ears on this shit. I got something to say.
I'll kill a baby.
And then the Death Grips version. I got some shit to say just for the fuck of it. You don't listen to Death Grips,
No.
huh? Man, that's why we're not getting these podcast hits.
Oh yeah, because of the obscure band I'm listening to.
Because you don't listen to Death Grips. Everyone who listens can feel it. They can feel you don't listen to Death Grips. Yep, that's been Death Grips. Ex-military. Charles Manson. Sound clip goes here.